Companies are so afraid to trigger individuals that they will put warnings all over pieces of their content, in some cases ruining the exciting twists that may be part of the project that they're trying to market. But now there are several actors coming out saying trigger warnings for soft audiences should be completely ditched. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube membership. So this is an archive of a Telegraph article. It says Ralph Fiennes has called for trigger warnings to be ditched and said stage performances and movies ought to leave audiences shocked and disturbed. And he is not the only actor coming out and saying this. Of course, you will remember him for playing Lord Voldemort in Harry Potter. He is also somebody who has been attacked many times on social media for supporting J.K. Rowling and her right to continue on her franchise, even if people do not like her personal opinions. But Sir Ian McKellen is another, and Christopher Biggins have all called for content warnings to be scrapped. The actor, currently starring in an immersive touring production of Macbeth alongside Idrama Varma, who was in Game of Thrones, said the aspect of surprise is what makes things like theater so exciting. Pre-performance trigger warnings for violence, language, loud noises, and even references to smoking, among other things, have become a commonplace fixture for modern theater and entertainment. I have to talk a lot on this channel about video games and about movies, and everything now has a content warning. Like, what is the point of having the Motion Picture Association of America or the European Film Classification System, or when it comes to video games, the ESRB, if you are going to put content warnings on top of the ratings that content already receives? Like, clearly, if you are going to the theater and you are paying for a ticket, you're most likely going to look up online what the play, in this case, is actually about, and then you are going to understand that it is more geared towards adults. Or when it comes to things like video games, you look at the little rating, and for mature, you understand that it should not be in the hands of children if you have them, or you think that a younger audience shouldn't be getting easy access to this. I understand that those things need to exist. My problem is not that the ESRB exists and they are giving content ratings, or that the MPAA is rating movies and TV shows. The issue is that there are people who demand extra ratings on top of that, and I do completely agree that part of a performance and part of one of these experiences sometimes may leave you shocked at content or even disturbed. But if you've already been spoiled and you already know, like, there's going to be suicide in this, there could be death, there could be all of these things, you are taking away part of that experience for 90% of the people who do not care. And when it comes to people being offended by things that don't have warnings and they demand more content warnings be in place, all they are really doing is ruining the experience for other people, because those individuals who are going to complain are in the vocal minority, not the majority. And I do think that, you know, companies need to understand that, because of course when you go to something like Disney Plus, it is Disney, and at their discretion that those warnings are put there. It is already rated content. You might have in big bold letters before an episode of something starts or before a piece of content starts that says, oh, this may bother you if, you know, violence bothers you, or this also has smoking, depictions of drug use. Like, they are adding extra layers because, again, they are trying to appeal to those people more. They are trying to get those people to basically not cancel them and not get angry at them, that they would dare to not add these extra ratings. And again, there are already plenty of systems in place to monitor these things and, again, properly rate them. I personally do not think that every piece of content, whether it's theater, movies, TV shows, video games, I don't think that they need extra trigger warnings, and I do certainly think that these trigger warnings for soft audiences should be ditched, and companies, again, have only put them in place to appeal to these people so they don't end up on the wrong side of a cancel mob on something like social media. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.